Out of the Box, the complete series, written by Kallysten, narrated by Holly Jackson. Look in the box. Even without looking at his face, I knew he was grinning. Gentle hands turned me away from him and toward the white chest I had noticed when entering the room. See if anything catches your eye in there. As loath as I was to sever all contact with him, I did as he asked and went to kneel in front of the chest. I didn't know what to expect when I unlatched the top and swung it open. What I found made me blush, made me lose my breath, made my whole body so hot that even the 2 scraps of lace that covered me seemed stifling. My eyes took in the contents one item at a time, and with each of them, torrid thoughts flooded my mind, flashes of fantasies I had never known I had in me. I have never been one for toys when it comes to sex, or rather, I had never been. Last night changed that. At the very bottom, heavy chains were coiled on themselves, and for a heartbeat, I could see myself chained to the ceiling, helpless, exposed, and loving every minute of it. Next to the chains, several pairs of handcuffs, some lined with soft-looking fabric, summoned images of being bound to the 4-poster bed and just as powerless. The leather whip resting half on top of the handcuffs made me shiver. I have no tolerance for pain, but the fur flogger with it made something stir inside me that I would never have guessed was there. Sprinkled over all of these were several dildos in different shapes and forms, some no wider than 2 of my fingers together, others long and thick enough that I took a deep, shaky breath at the idea of a lover pushing one inside me. Another toy puzzled me for an instant before I understood what the leather strap attached to it was for. I breathed a little harder at the overwhelming picture of the strap-on buckled to my body and Anando on his hands and knees in front of me on the bed. I had to shake my head to clear my mind a little and keep looking. In a compartment on the side, several large candles would have looked innocent enough by themselves, but within this particular chest, they seemed almost decadent. One of my boyfriends, a few years back, had wanted to experiment with melted wax, and I hadn't particularly enjoyed it. Somehow, I had a feeling Ananda would have made a repeat of the experience far more interesting if he had convinced me to try, and it wouldn't have taken much to convince me, not when my body was thrumming with need. But he didn't say anything, and while I knew he was only a couple of steps behind me, I didn't dare look at him. The most innocuous items in that chest were silk scarves, and when I reached in, that's what I pulled out.